welcome to the Gamers Den. I'm your host, David Fenter, and today we continue with E3 conferences. We are going to continue with EA in particular. Stormtrooper. What do you have
Oh
to
my
say?
goodness!
I know.
It's David!
I think it was me. I know. Well, what did we see? We saw nothing. I was expecting to see a little bit of Battlefront gameplay.
Star Trek!
No, Star Wars Battlefront, and I was extremely disappointed to say the least. I thought, they came out last year.
Yeah.
They showed the CG trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool guys, build in a bit of hype a year in advance. Sure, it's a bit early to start the show, but let's build the hype. Let's see some gameplay next year. They come out and they show.
And they didn't even say beam me up, Scott.
They didn't even say that. They didn't say that. It's so hard with trolls.
Really?
And all they show is developers like frolicking in the snow and being like, yeah, we actually touched real snow and it's gonna be like snowy and foresty. And no gameplay.
Sorry,
They must have done that in Cape Town. I believe it snowed the other day.
They probably did.
Yes.
Cape Town! You look like you dying to say something.
No, not at all. I don't even know what Battlefront is. What do you guys
A Battlefront!
In short, I mean, you don't do that. You don't come out a second E3 and you don't just show gameplay.
No, but...
At least show a bit of CG trailer.
Having said that though, was that kind of not a reoccurring theme throughout the whole thing?
I was about to say,
movie,
you know what? Battlefront had its tease,
Popping the core too.
and then they just continued the trend right throughout. I mean, guys, Mirror's Edge. We've been waiting forever.
And Mass Effect.
And Mass
The
Effect.
developers saying what they're going
And-
to be doing.
Criterion's new game, which is a racing game because they don't
That's
need
great,
to speed
all
this year.
the devs talking about their games.
Showing
That's
their
amazing.
artwork.
Wow.
So it's, you know what, guys? We've got some amazing things for you next year.
Yeah.
But
And here's a picture.
once again, a reoccurring
There's
theme.
we drew this on a napkin. What do you think? E3 2014.
That's not far from the truth.
Well, look, guys, but honestly, there is at least something, a little sort of glimmer of light. Dragon Age Inquisition, they actually went into detail with it, and it looked alright if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah, look very cool.
And BioWare, that's what they do.
BioWare, yeah, they're known for some great games. They were behind Mass Effect, weren't they? KOTOR?
What is a Mass Effect?
Don't you say that! It's KOTOR, and I love KOTOR because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I like the whole, obviously it's 4-player co-op. Once again, like a trend,
another
like
4-player
all
game.
games.
What we need to, was it a 1080p though?
I love that Star Wars movie with John Candy.
You see what I have to do with
Absolutely.
Do you see what I have to do with
That's
That's
what I'm
Laser
talking
Schwartz
about.
movie.
Exactly.
But look, I mean, I think we're going to be honest and say the highlight of the show was easily The Sims 4. I mean, seriously, guys.
Without a doubt.
You can now.
One of
You
the
can,
highlights.
you can control
Chuck in
their
a
hearts.
six-pack, yeah.
You can control their hearts.
Can.
Hearts.
Can.
Who doesn't want to control it?
Who doesn't want to be like Chuck with his cool shit?
I don't know if
ass?
any
Yeah.
of you guys saw the neighbor granny and how she dissed the boyki jock. That had me from beginning to end. I don't
You
know.
know if it's the best thing when they say to you, if you want the intelligent jock, you can have it. Intelligent sports car. I want that.
Who has really bad poetry? That had me from beginning to end. It was
And from-
captivating.
And then from there, it was the major surprises of the year, as always, with all the sports titles.
Big shock.
Yeah.
No,
Big shock,
well. People are going to mock EA and their annual sport franchises. I was saying to Jared earlier, we didn't see much from NHL. What we saw was nice, but did we see gameplay?
They've shown a little bit.
It was
and
like-
there was a bit in the
That's
conference,
it.
they've shown the new skating mechanics, and for me, it just looks
Does
amazing.
yeah, it looks great when you're shooting a promo video, but is that going to affect gameplay that
Well,
much?
they showed they've got all new skating mechanics, and that's a big thing. They've got new.
NHL
plays.
97, same thing, guys. Just
No,
That's what I'm saying.
That's,
You know what, guys? It's
that's
the same
not
thing
fair.
again. Don't worry. Yes, some graphics. That's what it'll look like. Same thing.
Did he say Forza? I heard Forza.
Yeah, I'm
Come on, have some
no,
cars
well,
driver around,
honestly,
doesn't
NBA a couple of years ago took a very big leap, and it's come leaps and bounds.
NBA,
Yeah.
not the EA one though.
Yeah.
But this is
that one's
and this
terrible.
ends with a jam. Then it's alright.
Yeah, well, no, well, what I'm getting
I
at
know
is
what you mean.
that you need to sort of get to a point where you can sort of evolve.
But
and-
it's an interesting thing that EA release these titles annually, but look how good they get. Sure, maybe each year you don't see big differences, but look 4 years apart, and because they're working on it, as soon as the new one releases, they start working on the next one.
Yeah.
And because of all that work that goes into it, and they're constantly working on those games, that's why it's at the the quality that it is now. And you only have to look at NHL, which is brilliant. NBA from 2K, which is an EA, but their game also, they work on it every year.
But
Yeah,
Jared,
so
I think it was
the same
laughable in a point because I understand the time and the effort they put into it. I really do get it, okay? But they started the trailer with, you can
No.
feel this, like you feel, like seriously, but that's what you said last year.
I'm not referring to the way they presented all the FIFA stuff, and everyone knows about me and FIFA. Big surprise.
Might
I
like
love
it, I don't know.
Yeah, it's alright, it's alright. The stuff that they said in that conference was exactly what I heard last year and the year before. I have no doubt, and I've read some hands-on following the conference and how amazing it actually is, and they pointed out little nuances and differences and things where it is improved. The trailer showed none of that. This emotional intelligence and reactions.
No, but
And
no,
the crowd,
no,
the
no,
crowd
no.
still look terrible.
No.
The
Look,
crowd
last,
sounds
year,
terrible.
last year we were introduced to the Ignite engine and all this. No mention of that, but we've mentioned I think we've touched on Madden a little and NHL and what. UFC was an utter disappointment. Not really, and bringing Bruce Lee into it, and don't ever. Not really, like take, like his package. It's very funny. It's very funny, but really taking the legacy of Bruce Lee and
doing that to
putting him into a UFC game, I find it distasteful. I don't.
Well,
And giving laugh tips to intro the game.
Really,
Yeah.
it's wow. And then sorry, and the UFC guys are like, yeah, let's push it here. Yeah, and he's on the floor, and I don't want him on the floor, and
Exactly how they
I
sound.
was
You should do
just, I
voiceover
was
next time.
disgusted. It's, you can't do that.
Look, I honestly think the genuine biggest surprise of the whole show is the fact that David's a golfer. I mean, they got a Battlefield ship plowing into a golf course.
I saw that. I was like,
David's
golf
sold.
is interesting all of a sudden. I don't know why. And then
Yeah.
you go.
Let me actually tell you about the golf game. I'm super excited for that because the last ones, those loading times were a disgrace. Every single hole,
And they
you
made-
wait for like 5 minutes while the game loads. This has no loading time.
And they made a very.
So it's already better.
They made a distinctive point of actually making that
They're
thing.
no loading
Though,
time.
so
Madden looked really good.
That'll look cool.
Madden, I'll tell everyone, and I try to say it on the post, and I'll put it wherever I can. If you want a fun multiplayer game, you don't have to understand the rules, you don't have to love the game. Madden is the game to play. That in
it's
multiplayer
still a
is
tough.
insane fun.
It's a tough sell. Look, the last Madden I played was, I think, 3 years ago. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's still a tough sell for South Africans.
It is, but it's. I'll tell people go buy a Madden 11 or 12 or 10. You don't have to
Try it
buy
out,
Try it out.
see if
It'll
you
be low
It
like
is
price.
so much fun, and
Yeah.
the new one, for someone that does play it all the time, they're focusing on defense, which is a big thing because defending is really difficult.
But I think
Yeah.
it comes down to any sport really. If you understand the rules,
Yeah, it's so
you'll
much
get
fun.
the game.
Yeah.
It's as simple as
That's
that.
what I'm telling you for Madden.
Yeah.
You can have fun without understanding the rules. Playing multiplayer. If you play against AR, or you're playing against people
Yeah.
that actually know what's going
If,
on.
if two
But
guys
don't
don't like
you
rules.
think you'll enjoy it that much more?
You'll
if you
def-
get what's going
of
on.
course,
Yeah.
but the only
Yeah.
way you're going to learn what's going on is if you play.
It's
So about
I
the Hail
think the
Mary,
rules
Jared.
through
It's about the
games.
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
It kind of sounds
Go for
like
it, man.
Ferrari's F1 strategy this year. Like defend as much as possible. Don't win, just defend. So
Formula One.
that is pretty funny.
Guys, look, and at the end, the only game that had any meat to it and was leaked beforehand was Battlefield Hardline.
Hardline, yeah.
And I tell you what, I like the whole cops and robbers.
Develop his chair! Develop his chair!
I'm alright, guys. I'm alright.
It blew his mind a second time.
Sorry, I dozed off at the sound.
It's a great looking game. I think it looks. I signed up for the beta as they said. Listen, the beta is available now. Signed up. I played about an hour this morning, and I think it's cool. Like it does feel a lot like. Be careful there, Spire. It feels a lot like Battlefield. It's more like almost like a mod for Battlefield than a whole new game. But I think there's a lot of there's a lot. I think it has a lot of potential. I think it looks cool.
We're not going to bring the emotion from FIFA into Battlefield.
No, we're talking about Battlefield now.
But they should bring that emotion across.
Battlefields.
Emotion.
Battlefields.
Join the beta and try it out for yourselves.
You can
It's
feel
a
it like
fun
FIFA.
game. And don't listen to Jared.
I think they could have done a lot more. I was sold by the idea.
Yeah.
And they introed it and they're saying, you know, the heist mode.
The heists are cool,
cops
yeah.
versus
When did
criminals.
no, but when
I
did
thought, gee, this looks so cool. What a cool idea. 32 people playing.
when
They
did
showed the gameplay and it was kind of just more bad.
when did
It does
EA
feel like-
buy the rights to Payday 3 though?
Yeah, it feels like an HD Payday 3 game in a way.
Except Payday seemed to have a better concept around actual cops.
And
Yeah,
they
it's
had
like-
and they had
yeah.
cloud masks.
Yeah.
And did it destroy the city to like smithereens?
Yeah.
To get the loot,
that loot.
Yes.
Oh, that
Killed a
loot.
million people.
They
to
fucking
save $1
destroy
million.
the building.
Destroy the world.
Where's Man of Steel?
The sequel.
Help us kill that building, Superman.
For the loot.
Hey, don't go do that. Last people who did Superman was EA. That wasn't that great.
No more Superman games. Thank
No,
you.
well, thank you.
Take that back.
That was great.
Anyway, guys, I think that's it for the show. Thank you for joining us once again. Next week, or next episode rather, we'll be discussing Ubisoft. See you all then. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.